Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life given. We give thanks for all good things around us are sent from Zion above. So we praise for His divine love, His sincere love, His tender love. Definitely we give thanks as we are now live, Food of Seven on Kailash television. And definitely we give thanks for this divine opportunity to be with you once more in this beautiful space. Today is another Sunday, and every Sunday we are here live. And today we just want to touch on a couple of situations that actually, even here, right here in Saint Lucia, things that have actually been happening over the past couple of months through this new year, in fact, and even Friday gone, Thursday, it was very, I would say, disturbing to see that that at the end of the day that more and more people are actually getting involved or getting to be victims when it comes to the whole realms of gun violence here in St. Lucia. And I must say that even the young brother that was actually killed, that was this week gone there, and it is that it was something that was very, very touching for us, because we found that having actually known the brethren as a Rastafari, and also known the brethren as a young youth too, who basically was very, I would say, a good entrepreneur and a youth man that was humble in his ways. None of us is perfect. We work towards perfection. But I remember once there was a time when someone else had actually violated this young brother, Honorable Prophet Jade I'm talking about, and I know he got shot and killed, violent death, and the thing about these type of deaths is that when you fully understand the whole process of taking that breath and breathing and living. The thing about it is that the brother was shot and he actually ran to try to save his life. And while you're running and you know that you're shot, and then you're seeing the blood literally gushing out of your physical structure, that means that your thoughts, basically, you are in a moment whereby you are perceiving that, maybe this might be your last day, And I have spoken to people who have gotten shot before and survived, and they say, boy, one of the things that cross their mind, they say, boy, wow, that is where that they're going to die today. So when a man is shot in his chest and literally running away from the assailant, trying to save his life and ending up in someone else's balcony, lying down and bleeding until he dies, it means that that person is literally going through that thought pattern in his head and knowing what is exactly happening to him, feeling the life seeping out of his physical structure, and it's a sad moment knowing that, as I'm saying that, I remember an incident about a year ago, I would say approximately, when someone had actually violated the brethren to the extent whereby they came and they physically assaulted him. And what he did was that he actually came to me and he was literally shedding tears and saying, boy, priest, boy, he never did a man nothing, and the man just attacked him, and, you know, and so on and so on. You know, and he never actually, in everything that he said, it wasn't like as if he was looking towards, you understand, retaliating. He was just feeling violated to the extent that he shed tears as a big man. You know, so these things are things that I personally witnessed, and I saw the young youth literally go through, because he's a Bobo Shanti brethren. And I remember even when he was just coming into the faith, and he was coming up the mountain, you know, and he didn't have no locks, no big locks yet. Remember that? Yeah, and he was very keen about the faith, that I actually assisted him, because I saw how keen he was about the faith. I actually assisted him in actually, you know, going into Jamaica, you know, and then going to Jamaica and spend some time to actually build up in the faith of Rastafari. So his ambitions as a young man was always to that upliftment of himself within the order, you know, and it is very sad to see that a young man like that, I mean, somebody, for whatever reason, you just shoot the man. You know, a man that have all his life ahead of him, and you know, for whatever reason, you know, and knowing the reasons, I fully understand that these reasons, whatever reason it was, knowing the story behind the story, that's no reason for anyone to actually take a life of a man in that capacity. You know, especially knowing that the brethren himself was a man that was a peaceful youth man, a man that was trying his best to become better. Because most of us, even myself as a young man, you know, I put tears in my mother's eye already. I mean, the last time when I really changed my life around, or right, when I really got even more serious into my levity as Rastafari, is when basically what happened is that I literally, you know, changed my life to the right, is when I saw my mother literally shedding tears, you know, and it was because of what I was doing. You know, I saw my mother literally shed tears, you know, and the tears that she was sharing was because of me, of Priest Kailash. And I said to myself, boy, I don't want to see my mother shed any more tears again, because as the Bible tells you, the heaven, if it's a disobedient son, is like the heaviness of the heart of the mother, something like that. But I saw my mother cry, you know, because I was arrested, you know. I was in a cell, you know, and my mother was the only person who, or one of the only people who actually checked for me in that cell. You know, and all the friends and everybody that's around, you know, well, nobody really checked for me. It was my mother, you know, Maria, right, who actually checked for me in that cell. You know, and that time I was already a Rastafari, and I was not a priest as I am now, but I was young, and I was, you know, revolutionary thinker, you know, to the extent that, you know, I used to think differently until I really got into the order of Bobo Shanti, that literally teaches us that love is the key, you know, and as Bobo Shanti teaches us to actually humble ourselves and dress neat and put your shirt in your pants and turban on your head, and you understand, and move. Blessed love, give thanks. You know, Amubeni, you know. This actually was the way that I was cultured to come out of that mentality of physical violence and them type of vibes to a more peaceful and a more tranquil life through the order of Bobo Shanti. And I remember seeing my mother shed tears and cry and cry and cry. And, you know, after I came out of that cell, you know, I saw my mother crying and crying and crying and crying. And I said, boy, I don't want to make, my mother is crying because of me. I don't really want to make my mother cry again. You know, and from that day, that was probably in 2000, kind of time there, you know, about 20 years ago. You know, I have been a Rastafari for over 20 years. You understand? More than half my life. You know, more than half of the life that I have now, I have literally been a Rastafari. I have walked the life. And I used to feel that we have to change the system, and I never used to like oppression, but my way of dealing with things was basically a more, I would say, physical than more like combating it with spiritual, like a spiritual warfare. Like we're fighting against spiritual wickedness in high and low places. I was more trying to fight it upon that level of just that physical strength there. Xavier Livingston, give thanks. Honorable Pupa 45, blessed love. Lena Mella, blessed love, give thanks. Mike D, give thanks. Cross Harmonics, give thanks for all those of you who are with us live on YouTube, you know. And I went through these things there, and I know that Rastafari, Bobo Shanti, Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, the Livity I follow right now, the robe and turban order, is an order that actually put me calm and peaceful and made me focus more on love. You know, I was always a serious man, right? I was always a serious man, but I became a lot more, I became a serious Bobo Shanti then. So whatever I used to be serious in, I became more serious in Bobo Shanti. And I remember the Prophet Jade, man. Prophet Jade as a young youth, the man literally coming up the hill and you know, coming around and having that level of seriousness to the extent whereby I helped pay his ticket to send him to Jamaica because he didn't have enough money and was working and trying to go. He even had a dog, and I kept the dog for him the time that he was away. The dog name was Soldier. The dog name was? Culture was the dog's name. The dog name was Culture. You know, and I kept his dog for him then. As a youth man, you know, that really want to uplift himself spiritually. Right? And he went to Jamaica and he spent a little time there. Well, over 6 months he spent there. You know, to build up himself in the order of Bobo Shanti. You know, and that is when he came forward, you know, selling his guidances, you know, of His Majesty and Marcus Garvey and all these different things there. And he's a youth man that, you know, I would always reason with and speak to as a youth man, and loving to see his progress as a man, you know, and to see that somebody found it necessary just to shoot the man and kill the man just like that. I never liked to hear this type of news there at all. You know, cut the man life short for some kind of stupidness, you know, right? And these kind of things there, as a society, you know, we really have to stand up against them type of things there, them type of behaviors, right? Whereby, you know, people have no level of tolerance, no level of discipline, no level of humility, you know, and they believe like they are judge and jury and they could just hold a gun and squeeze a trigger and shoot somebody, and they are most of these people, they are little punks, little people that, say them, okay, if you really believe like you some kind of bad man and you want to kill people and these type of things, go and join the army, brethren, and go and fire a gun. And I sure if another man have a gun just like yours and you'll have to fire, you would run like a little coward. Most of these people, they are people that shoot people in the back and pow pow and run away. You understand? Not to say that you have no level of morality, no level of purpose, no level of, if you really feel like you want to be a gunman, join the army. I always say, well, look at, there are plenty of atrocities happening in all places around the world where the poor and have-nots, the defenseless people, are being raped and pillaged and stamped upon and abused and killed. And look at in the Congo and in Sudan, where black women and children have been kidnapped and black women have been raped and all these different type of things there by militias and all them type. If you really believe like you want to go and bust gun, go and bust gun for a cause, a worthy cause. The man don't even have a gun. If you feel like a man do you something and you feel, well, look, right, that you need to settle this man, come disrespect me, man. Well, pick up your fist and fight with him, man. You understand? And come man and man, and you don't the stick, you don't the stone. Mano, come and feast it out and deal with it. And whatever happens after that, if you got a bust mouth, I'm sure at the time you get 2 big punch in your head and think you fall on the side. Somebody pick you up and throw water on you. And afterwards you check yourself, because at the end of the day, most times after these things they happen, after someone so-called violate you, right? And after a little time pass, you and the man good friend. So I'm telling you, because enough times I remember that there are people right now, I remember people that I literally, when I was going to secondary school, I fight once in secondary school. Only once I ever fight when I was in secondary school. And the brethren is a custom officer now. And he's my good brethren. You understand? But he was tall and that time then I was growing small and thing and whatever. I think he had threw a glass of juice on me and something and I stand up for myself. And we fire 2 punch and thing, boop, boop, boop and whatever. You understand? Afterwards, we good. Me and the man good friends are also okay. So for instance now, if it is that, okay, the man violate me, I just take a gun and kill the man and then what? Right? Down the line, me and the man are good friends. It's nine police. You understand? We fought. When I was in secondary school, and I'm telling you, there are people now, 16, 15, 14, that get involved in a little argument and they pull a gun and kill the other person for some stupidness. Right? Like some coward. You understand? When they could have dealt with their things in a manner whereby you could iron things out. Because I know that the majority of things that people fight for and kill people for at the end of the day, right? When a little time pass on that, you don't forget about that already. You good with the man already. That's all. Right? So if you have to fight every time somebody says on your body, you have to fight and you have to kill somebody and you have to shoot somebody and you have to, boy, and like a coward, and then you go and run and go and hide. The punks. You understand? You just stop that kind of stupidness in society. If you really believe that you want to stand up for something that somebody, go in a ring. You call the community, put the ropes around the place. And you're a 2 big man and thing. You understand? You put a referee, right? If a thief fly, there's nothing wrong with that. Alright? Okay, it's fight you have to say, well, boy, you feel a man disrespect you and you have to iron it out. Okay, bro, come. You come. Probably train for a week. You understand? Go and train for a week and thing. Boost up yourself and you go and fight. Just end a man's life for foolishness. Right? So, what make you think that? What make you believe that you have that right to end a man's life for some foolishness? What kind of man do you that you think that you could take his life? Right? So at the end of the day, I have been on this road as Rastafari. As I said, for over 20-something years, I've been walking this path. I'm 42 years, you know. You understand? And I left A-level at the age of about 18. You understand? 17, 18. I taught for about 2 years, right? 17, 18, 19. By the time I 18, 19, I left teaching, grow my locks. You understand what I'm telling you, my lord? Yes, how it happened. 17, 18, 19, I grow my locks and thing, and from time as a Rastafari. Right? Sometimes I was Rastafari and I check myself as Bobo Shandi. I never even use the F word. Nobody can come and say priest Kailash, curse them or thing. If a man get me upset, I'll tell them something. I'll say, what you man? What? And talk to them a type of a way. But to curse a man or to curse somebody even using the F word, I don't do them things there. Much less that somebody get you so upset that you think that you have to take a gun like a little coward and shoot them in the back. Right? And run. Okay? Do you really believe that somebody has disrespected you? Call the community of elders and come and iron it out. Well, we are living in this society whereby people have no respect for elders. I mean, I employ people. I'm for sure I have about, okay, in the mountain, Mount Kailash alone, I have probably about, let's say, 7, but let's say about 14 people I employ in the mountain alone, plus other places. All right, so okay. So let's say we have 14 employees, and there are some elders, and there are some young people. There's an elder man that works with us. All right, and sometimes when I listen, I just call the man. Remember, you know, I'm supposed to be the boss. I employ them. I pay them. Right? When I speak to the man, I call him Mr. Rene. Mr. Rene, what you say? You all right? You say, yes, Mr. Kailash, you know. I speak to the man like that, you know. The younger people that they did not even, they're not the boss. They're much younger than me. See, I have gray already. I have gray hair. Yeah, but the man older than me. Right? They're not even old. They're not even older than the man. They don't employ the man. They just talk to them. What kind of old jokes they want to give about the man and thing. In society, people, you don't even have respect. The young, they have no respect for elder people. I never grew up like that. I never grew up like that. When I was growing up, I was taught by my grandmother Amo, who grew me up like a plant, like a tree, to respect my elders. I was not able to pass the street and see an elder and don't say good morning or good afternoon. And if it is that I told them good morning and good afternoon, and they don't understand and they didn't listen to me, what happened now? And I say, hey, you know, I tell Mr. Good morning, never answer me. And I tell him good morning again. Pa, 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 pa. So what are you? Go and tell him good morning. You understand? So, yeah. So they tell you, if you say good morning and they don't answer, say it again until they answer. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So, that principle of respect for the elders was actually sown into me by my grandmother. And I do the same with my children. So, I have 2 people working for me who are they are elder than me. I say, Mr. Jack. The Jack have been with us for what, 6 years? Mr. Rennie. And The other younger people, younger than me, I just tell them, man, but brethren, you don't know that. How you talking to Mr. Rennie like that? You have to call, it's Mr. Jack, you have to call the man. Right? Deal with the man with respect, not your age. Right? So we are in a society whereby people don't honor and respect the elders. So any of my brethren that come and check me, or we have a particular type of relationship, if they are not Rastafari or Bobo Shanti like myself, so my children might call Priest Richie Honorable Priest Richie, but they might call my brethren Uncle Marcus or Uncle, right? And that's why you don't go to my Lord. Yeah, so they have to learn to, even if they're not their biological, they have to learn to deal with people with respect. So we are in a time, a space, whereby our young people have no respect. No respect for themselves. They don't consider life. For the simplest thing, they believe they could kill somebody, take a life. What kind of thing is that? A young brethren, hard-working young man, always selling his vibes on the road, always hustling his little thing, always selling his little guidances. Blessed love, my Lord. Last time I said him, man, that's why he tell me, blessed love, my Lord, give thanks, yeah, I bless. Right? And we didn't even have such a long conversation because the man on his vibe, selling his thing as a little entrepreneur, and I myself just pull up and thing, and the man, blessed love, my Lord, give thanks, everything, blessed, true, my Lord, give thanks, man, for the man and thing, and boop the man on his vibes. For whatever reason, you feel that you could just end the man's life. When the man has a mother, he has a father, he has brother, sister, family, you know, and you just minus the man out of existence just like that, you cannot do them things. We have to begin to think about these things more profoundly. We have to give and take. So many things that people do. If I have to begin to think about it, the amount of things that people would do me, Priest Kailash, and I mean, trust me, Honorable, I say to myself that I have done people wrong too. You know, growing up as a man, I shoplift already, you know. I shoplift already. I shoplift. I steal something from a shop already. I shoplift already. Right? It's not like, oh, I Priest Kailash. Of course, I shoplift already. So, if it is that I see a young man come to one of my business and shoplift something, so I supposed to hold him and punch him and shoot him for that and kill him for that? When growing up, I myself as a young man, I go into shops already growing up. I remember when I was growing up and I go into A-level and thing, and whole crew of us moving around the place. Yeah, man, you're moving through and blah, blah, blah. You understand? You get to a shop and you steal something, you put your pocket and you're gone. I do that already. So, why is it that, what would make me now so holy now that I have forgotten my own growth, my own upliftment as a human being, that I'm supposed to be so upset with someone that just did something that I did already? Come on, because I used to do stupid things before. There are things that I did that were wrong, that was not good at all. I know that. So then, shouldn't I as a man consider that? And consider the mercy of the Creator that is had upon me, my life, my soul, that I should be merciful also unto someone? So, haven't I caused someone harm? Haven't I disrespected someone before? Of course. Growing up, I do all them things already. And I have children. So when someone that is younger than me, even if I have power or I have money to do whatever you have, thing. It's man, but just spare money and just get that man there. Of course, you have the money, you have the power, you could do stuff, but remember that you have children, right? So not because someone violate you that automatically you feel like you're going to violate them because you have that power, because you can do it. You no, you have to consider what you have done as a person, what you have done as an individual, whereby the Creator have had mercy on you. Have mercy on you to allow you to go through. Didn't cut off your life. If God, the Creator, should deal with us like how we deal with one another, the world would be empty, man. What are you talking about? Yes, cross harmonics, blessed love, give thanks. Yes, Honorable Goddess Ethiopia Uhuru, give thanks for honoring Prophet Jade. Give thanks, Honorable Prophet Jade, with the ancestors right now. Empress Kesia, blessed love, Priest Kailash, give thanks for speaking on this matter. Heart of love, Honorable. Cross harmonics, man, you know, some years ago I was thinking of something similar. Handle your arguments in the ring. There's no need to take a life. You're right. Kevin Paul, blessed love, Honorable, give thanks. Yes, Mr. Jack, yes. Kevin Paul, saw him on his vibe 2 days ago. Yeah, man, the man always on his vibe, hustling and selling his thing, you know. Wow, and a time, a day, one of the brethren from Grass Street was on the mountain, and Prophet Jade was there, and he said, Prophet Jade, man, give thanks, man, you change your life and thing, man. Just stay where you are, man. Stay on the vibes that you are, man. Where you are, you are good, man. And the same day that the news of the man passing came, that was on Thursday, I think, yeah. Right, the same day that his passing came, me and the same brethren was in the mountain. And a brethren called me all the way from New York. All the way from New York. Honorable Priest Mary will call me and tell me, Priest boy, you know what I just heard there? It's perfect. And he sent me the clip. I didn't even hear it. I'm in Saint Lucia, I didn't even hear it yet. Cross harmonics, yeah, man, you've got to have that respect for your elders. See, my mom always instilled in me that level of respect for everyone. She always says it could be a newborn baby, you got to show respect. Honorable Goddess Ethiopia Uhuru, that is a principle within Bobo Shanti order, to have respect for even the little baby, as he is a reflection of God with a divine message that can uplift us. We have to really check ourselves, man. And I mean, you see, even our police officers, they need to intervene, because, I mean, sometimes, even recently, I was on one of my TV programs, and then someone in the YouTube chat actually sent a threat in the YouTube chat, and some threat say, yeah, boy, they're going to blow up studio, and they're going to all kind of, somebody saying in the chat, you know, and this is misuse, right? And I never take it light, because I don't take them things light. I don't take no threat on my life light. I take these things serious. So I went to make a report and go to the call an officer and say, you know, somebody sent a threat to me, and I took a screenshot and sent it to them and say, you know what, that's what the person said, right? And I think now probably it's about 3 weeks now, nobody never called me and tell me nothing. You know, somebody sent a threat. And the same day, you know, I showed them an article whereby a man was charged in Barbados for misuse. The computer, or some computer misuse act, whereby if you call somebody grievance, anxiety, by saying a threat and say boy, and social media, yeah, man, that's a criminal offense. You get charged and arrested for that. Right? I made a report. You know, our police officers, they do take when people make report, they have to get up and go and check on what is happening. Some of them just lazy. Right? Some people go and make report and laugh them and they laughing in station. People go and make report, they laughing in station. I don't know whether Prophet Jade ever go and make a report about whatever happened. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. A lot of times, the police can intervene and they need to take every report on the threat on someone's life serious. Because if you don't know somebody in the police force and somebody threaten you and then you go and make a report, your report sometimes stay there and nobody ever call you and say, oh, well, so and so happened, you know. If you don't know somebody, right? I'm not saying that all police do that, but I'm telling you the tendencies, unapologetically I'm saying that plenty times things happen, reports are made, and then it end up in death and violence and bloodshed. When the police responsibility is to guarantee the safety, serve and protect and serve, protect. So if it is that someone is threatened, don't take it as a joke. No level of threat should be taken as a joke in the time that we live in right now. If a man pass by and do that, that's man as a serious threat that day. Right? That's supposed to be taken seriously. That person's supposed to be held accountable for that action. If they utter a word, they're supposed to be held accountable. If they send it via text, WhatsApp to you and say, boy, coming for you. They're supposed to be held accountable for that. Too many times, threats are being made against people. People go and make reports and nothing happens. We need to get more serious. There needs to be more intervention because, and it's not that I'm blaming any one person because I was speaking about the people that think that, and even if you feel if you feel like as if the whatever I say hurt you, that's your problem. That means that the truth is offending you, so you step up and do what you have to do. Right? The level of violence that we have in our community, right? Everyone's supposed to take a risk. I take a responsibility. I say, wow, brethren, this man is a man of my congregation, man. What could I have done to intervene to ensure that his life was still there? Right? So, what happening? Right? So I take my responsibility, what I can do better, to prevent these things from happening. So if it is that you are pastor, because remember that the victim, the man that was shot, is from our community. The killer is a man that was brought up and raised up in a family, in a home, that went to church and went to school from the community. So we are all products of our society. So that's what society creating, that's what society doing these days. Yeah, it needs a level of urgency because of a life is at risk. Yes, cross harmony, yeah, man. Poopa 45, living in Jamaica, it is as an adult I understood the phrase, yes, I, used by the Rasta man, recognizing ourselves in others, embracing our oneness. A lot of self-hatred exists in people who hurt others. Yeah, man. Kevin Paul says, well, when you are a Rastafari, the police treat you so. Well, I myself, I don't take no level of discrimination lightly, Brethren, you have to Me, man, come on, not because I'm a Rastafari, you go treat me differently. No, come on. No, man, you treat me with respect as a human being. That's it. I don't want no kind of special treatment. Just treat me how I am supposed to be treated as a human being. That's it. You know? At the end of the day, brothers and sisters, we must need to love and respect life. From the police to the pastor to the teacher to the doctor to the lawyer and all these different things there. People have to be held accountable for their violent crimes, for their carelessness and for their ruthlessness. You have to be held accountable for that, man. You know, and as the man say, obedience is better than sacrifice. And as the Creator say, you rather sinner come to repentance and perish. So I'm not a man that glorifies in death, you know. I love life. I'm just saying that, look, brother and sister, let us honor the life in one another. Let us live in a manner whereby we honoring our brethren and our sisters' life. Let's live in that level of respect, honor, and truth. And no matter who comes in front of you and make a report that they feel like their life is in danger, don't laugh, gigi, and just write it down and pack it and say you never call a person to check and see if everything is all right. Yes, we are going to take an intercession. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. Oh, Mendo, what tea have stronger potency for focusing and studying? I'm going to answer that. Should I sip the tea? I was not, because too much heat from boiling herbs from the stove to get too toxic. I'll answer your question after the intercession, Honorable. But we do give thanks for life and a mighty life given. We give thanks for this divine moment. And we would like to honor the life of Honorable Prophet Jade, you know, who was violently taken away, shot, you know, by a perpetrator, you know, who felt like he had that right to just take the man's life just like that. You know, and these things, they have to stop. You know, we have to stop it. As a community, as a society, as a people, all of us must take responsibility to see how is it that we could intervene in one another's life to actually stop that violent trend that is actually, and free people there in Saint Lucia for this week. You understand? Free people. You know? So give thanks for life and a mighty life, but definitely when we come again, we're going to continue, as we say. We honor the spirit of the Honorable Prophet as he is with the ancestors. And we pray that his spirit can rise to the ancestors. Jah, Rastafari. Give thanks when you come again. Blessed.
To protect appliances from lightning, rain, and floodwater damage, unplug them, then turn off the main switch. Lightning can produce electrical surges which can damage equipment. Protect your electronics from water damage as well. Make sure you have flashlights, battery-powered radios, and extra fresh batteries available. Be smart, stay safe.
It's the power of knowing with Lucia.
It's hurricane season. Know the BBCs of water safety. Boil or bleach and clean. Boil. Bring water to a rolling boil for at least 5 minutes. Cool and then use immediately or store in a clean container and seal until needed for use. Bleach. If you cannot boil water, use 8 drops of unscented bleach for each gallon of water. Stir and let stand for 30 minutes. Use immediately or store in a clean container and seal until needed for use. Clean. Always clean all containers with bleach and wash out thoroughly before storing water in them.
This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Banana farmers, remember me? I destroyed the Gros Michel banana variety some years ago. Now my cousin, Tropical Race 4 or TR4, a Fusarium wilt banana disease, is on the horizon in a more aggressive form and can wipe out the banana industry in a flash. Be vigilant. Don't bring any banana plants or plant tissue into the island. Report any unusual symptoms on your banana plots to the Department of Agriculture at telephone 468-5600 or the extension officer in your area. Remember, protect our vital banana industry.
Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver as we are here again from our intercession. As Prophet Jabi, give thanks, my Lord. Definitely, I don't know whether you are in the UK right now or you are in still in America. Give thanks, Honorable, for joining us tonight. Homendo, as I said, you could use patchouli. Definitely, you sip it or you infuse it. Marlon Charles, give thanks, Honorable. Always an interesting show. Well, it's not really a well, anyway, give thanks, Marlon Charles. Heart of love, Honorable. Right. Definitely, I mean, that we just open up the lines and just say, well, just a day whereby we just want to just give thanks for life and anything positive or constructive that anyone has to say. You don't have to call just about the herbs and about things. Call and give a positive note whereby we could send in some positive energy into the heavens, into the atmosphere to, just to help to stabilize things, man, to help to get things better in our society, because things are really in a state for us as a people, and I'm talking from a little country, Saint Lucia, and I'm just focusing specifically on the level of violence, man, and the lack of care and consideration of life, to the extent, and it shows that because people don't even care about themselves, and it's a lack of love for self that actually causes people to behave as they behave. 4519349, 4531930. Internationally is 1758, 4519349, 4531930. That internationally, just put the 1758 in front of it. For those people who are overseas who want to give us a call, definitely the lines are open. Kevin Paul say he always boil his cinnamon and bay leaf. I don't any leaf and them things. If it's a back, you could boil it. Any leaf, you have to sip the leaf, infuse it, put it in hot water. Right? When you boil leaves, it extracts too many of the oils. It can get it toxic. Right? So it's better you sip it. And if you're doing a cocoa tea, put the bay leaf last and cover the pot. Right? Give thanks. You could boil the bay leaf if, let's say, you want to cook some chickpeas or some peas and you want to remove gas from it. Right? You could just boil the bay leaf in that sense. But to say, well, as a tea, no. All right? The lines are open, 1758-4519349, 1758-4531930. Give us a call, tell us what you think about the situation here, and if you have any love to send, just call and send some love in the place. We definitely need some love in the place. And as I speak, I just speak from the foundation of my heart. That's what I can, that's the only place I can speak from is from my own heart as a man. And as a man who specifically is, in the situation, and as a man who specifically, have been through situations in my life. And I practice not hating, I strongly practice, not hating. I don't hate, Yes, Sonny Akers, blessed.
Yes, Prince.
Yeah, blessed.
I'm trying to find out. I am diabetic. I want you to, what can you recommend for me, please? And then the other thing is that all my body have pains over it. What can you offer me at your place or anything of that sort?
All your body have what?
Pains.
Pain?
Pains. Café muy mal.
Oh, what's your age?
77.
Oh, that's a good age, man. Well, we have a program for diabetes. So what to do? You'll have to visit the shop in town, right? We have a program there. When you go there, they'll just give you the program. And also, we have, because diabetes is not something I could just tell you, drink that bush and drink that bush. You have a program. So when you go there, they'll tell you, you need that, and you need to do this, right? And also for the pain, we have a product called Icon. You know, Icon is a product you take only in the evening time. You take a cupful of it every evening, and I will actually take care of the pain. Okay, Elder?
Yes, sir.
Give thanks, my beloved brother.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, well, I didn't hear you say anything about what I'm talking about, the violence. You are 77-year-old, and as I was telling the people growing up, one of the reasons why I think that our young people don't consider life is because when I was growing up, my grandmother tell everybody good afternoon, good morning, and live in that way. But what do you think about what's causing all that violence in our society?
Well, I suppose, they forget the young generation, they don't care. You know that?
Well, remember, it's the older generation that teach the younger generation.
Well, I agree with you to a certain extent, but what I'm saying is that the young children, the boys are teaching the girls, the girls are teaching the boys.
Give thanks, brother.
I'm serious. I know so.
Give thanks. Give thanks, Elder, for the word of right, okay?
All right, then. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Honorable.
You just go to the shop in town, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Honorable. Give thanks. Yeah. Yeah, and it is remember that the children are a product of the family, so when we point one finger at the children, all the others point at us. So it's always good to grow up the child the way that they should grow, that they may not depart from it. Some people is TV growing up their children and video game. Poopa, thanks, Honorable, for accepting the responsibility of serving mankind. Being of service to each other should be our only purpose. Give thanks. Service to self first and service to others. Give thanks for the love, Poopa 45, for the words of right coming out of Jamaica. Honorable Travis Miller. Blessed love, Honorable Priest, Right Honorable Priest Kailash. Give thanks for life and a mighty life giver. With us evermore, give thanks for the eye and the great works you are doing through Jah. All blessings and safekeeping. Give thanks, Honorable, for the love. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the blessing. Remember, the lines are open up. Give thanks. When you're calling, turn down your television a bit so at least people could hear you, because we live on YouTube also and they want to hear what you're saying. So just call and give us some love. Not just call about your pains and your ills. Deep-rooted canals, Honorable, blessed love, brother, give thanks for your presence. Give thanks for your presence also, beloved, and it is just reflection, I'm just a reflection of you, and you're a reflection of I. So I say it's I and I, so just reflection, so it's just I and I, so it's not just what I am doing, but it's what I and I doing, and it's just reflection of one of another. You understand, and you understand, so give thanks for I just being a reflection of the I. Heart of love. Anton, blessed love, my Lord, give thanks. Jason Kim, is spirulina a good supplement? I was not sure because most of the products could be raised from artificial ponds and pools, but not from the ocean with possible toxins and contamination. Which products are recommended for spirulina is raised organically? Well, definitely, brethren, you go to the ocean and you get lots of algae that grows naturally, so even most of our products that we actually create, grows naturally from the ocean. We don't use any pond-grown vegetables, everything is sea, ocean, from in the ocean itself. So even our sea system electrical augmentation, which is basically a mixture of 7 sea vegetables that is actually organically grown and wild crafted from the ocean itself. Right, so we don't believe in them pond-grown things. All right, Marilyn Francis, love conquers all. Of course, love do conquer all. Love is the key, the golden key that opens wide Zion door. Whosoever enter in, ever live in life shall have. I know love conquers, man. I know that. I know that for a fact. Love conquers all. Give thanks. Yes, 451-934-9453-1730. Definitely give us a call. Let us hear your voice. Let us hear what you have to say. Don't be shy. I mean, what? You want to call and say something uplifting to us? Wisely, sir. Blessed love, honorable, more strength. Give thanks, honorable, more strength to the eye also. Heart of love. Give thanks for the reflection, the eye in the eye and I. Give thanks for life and the mighty life giver. African beauty. Blessed love, honorable. Give thanks for bringing light to what's happening in society. Our people need guidance in dealing with anger and disagreements to curb these senseless acts of violence. Of course, African beauty, give thanks for your divine presence with us tonight, and I do agree that, definitely we need to find ways of resolving our issues. Growing up, you see, growing up, we used to go in the river, and we used to, all kind of things man used to do in the river, People used to fight, wrestle, people used to wrestle, So at the end of the day, we never used to, you grow up with cousins and all things around you. Enough little fights used to take place. But you never used to just shoot a man or chop a man like that. You used to wrestle. Probably you throw a stone and bust a man's head. You understand? Or some type of thing that happened, but I mean, come on, man. We kill people senselessly. Empress Cassia, I was just about to say we need love. The real thing about it is we don't even know what real love is anymore. This is killing us. So much of the old way is gone. We need it forward. Definitely, love is God. So God is love. Let us all love. That's what love is. Love is God. God is love. That's what it is. Just love, man. Is the life expectancy decreasing because Westerners age biologically faster with multiple healths? I don't understand that multiple healths part, Jason Kim. But I mean, people, all them junk food and all them pollutants in the atmosphere. I mean, the amount of prostate cancer and breast cancer, people don't just die faster, people die and they suffer a lot more. I mean the health issues, yeah. There are plenty of intoxicants in the environment. They call environmental intoxicants terrible. And also the high level of stress that people actually live with, man. Intense stress. Give thanks. Local calls, come on, don't be cheap and think you're afraid to make a little phone call and think if I say WhatsApp, everybody WhatsApping and think, come on, man. Isn't the situation happening here deserving of a call? And isn't it deserving that you call and honor the life of the young brethren that was killed, just murdered senselessly, As the man say, life to the righteous and death to the wicked, as you know, there is something called karma, that natural energy. That's why many things that happen, you don't have to, enough things happen, I don't really take it up in my own hands, I just make it just roll through, and just put some more wood in the fire. Because at the end of the day, sometimes, when you just leave things to the Creator, right, you just end up being, brethren, there are things that has happened, and at the end of the day, people do you things, and afterwards you feel sorry for them, just because of what nature and Creator and creation bring onto them. So, just take it easy, man. When somebody step on your feet, try and put your feet someplace else the next time, Don't want to shoot the person for that. Enough times I just really just reason with my brethren and them, and I just tell them, just cool, brother. Take it easy, man. And sometimes people see me, because I have brethren, I have all the ghettos. I know people, I mean, all the ghettos, my brethren, I remember when they killed my elder brethren there, Ras Face, from the graveyard, and you understand, that's people that I know personally that was trying to end the whole violent situation. You understand? Yes, before caller, blessed.
Blessed love.
Honorable, give thanks for the call, my Lord. Give thanks.
Rastafari.
Rastafari.
Yes, I. Yes, priest. What you were saying there was so true, Rasta. I see how come, someone can stay, man, and just take someone's life, just like that, But I saw the news and I saw it's a very young, a gentleman, very young man, like they were saying, he moving around and selling, like he was saying, selling his dal, his peas, and someone just can stay and just cut the man's life just so. And then himself, like he living out there, the perpetrator, like himself, like he feel good that he living out there, he have breath of life. And to look at someone to just cut off his life, end up his life. The same perpetrator, he has a father, he has a mother, he has family. He has children in the neighborhood, just like the other partner. So when I seen there is no love, man. You see, no love. Like you were saying, like when we grew up, we used to go and bathe in the river. We used to play marble and all these vibes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
When we play marble, I used to take out the button in my shirt. My grandmother used to beat me when I reach home, without it.
Yeah, man. When you come from river, all your feet looking white.
Yeah.
All your skin white, so you can't lie.
I used to have my little fishing line, going in the river, trying to catch crayfish and all them kind of things, build a little fishing gun.
Yeah, man.
And fire in shot behind the hill.
Yeah, man.
All them things,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's not looking good at all, like you mentioned. 3 people died for this week,
Yeah, man.
One up in Moshi, I know the gentleman very good, 27, and the one that you mentioned in there, the Rasta man, 28, and the other one down in Denry. It's very bad for Lucia, man.
Very bad for creation.
Yeah. But you was mentioning something there a while ago concerning the police officers, and that's so true. Because imagine I myself, I'm in a wheelchair, for 16 years. It's not no meat I consume in, nothing like that. It's more because I follow your program a lot, going with my coconut milk, with my one pot and them vibes there. Because through following your program, I get in heal, of all these different herbs. Because I'm a good listener. I like to listen, taking good lecture from you. And I trying to grow up like a little farm, with some little goats, Try to make out a living, because if I have to stay there like that, who will stretch their hands towards I and I?
Give thanks.
So I have to try something.
Give thanks.
If they catch me with 2 pounds of herbs, it will be another thing. So I trying to work out something different. And then they had another individual in the neighborhood that have goats too, And then he always coming close to mine and tie his, to fight with mine and all kind of different things. I already make 2 reports to the police station, and they never show up to what they like today, They write down everything and I wait for them everything and they never show up, So I myself wondering what is going on, And it's so true, sometimes you make the report and they just stay in behind the desk and they just laugh. Just to wait for something happen, And then when something wrong happen, tragic, then they will show up,
Well, them things.
But I higher than that, man.
You see all these things there, at the end of the day, you have to write letters. You see when them things happen, when you make report and these
right, then you have to write letters.
Write letter to the commissioner, write letter to the minister that deals with that's over them. Write letter to the prime minister.
Yeah, man.
Write letter to the United Nations. Write letter to the people above them if they're not listening. Because at the end of the day, some people just lazy.
Yeah, so
they have a when you are given that responsibility, because remember, with leadership comes responsibility, and when you are in a job that being a police is one of the most prestigious jobs in the world in creation. That means that you're supposed to be guaranteeing the constitutional rights of other people. You are the one that's supposed to be preventing the strong from oppressing the weak. Right? So when that breakdown in society, come on, what is going to happen? So then, if you make 2 reports, 3 reports, and nobody don't show up, right? and then the person keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. What's gonna happen next?
I telling you, if you
What do you
don't,
feel that's gonna happen next?
you know, like it's a war. But when you know better than that, you know.
As I say, we're not fighting just flesh and blood, but
Yeah,
spiritual,
man, it's spiritual wickedness in high and low places. Yeah, man.
You understand? So a lot of times, people just try to get you out of yourself, literally.
You know what you're saying, priest.
Yeah, man. People just try to say, well,
so to be true.
enough things. If I tell you things I go for already, so that's laugh.
Yeah, I do all the time listening, I listen in here all the time. It's not one or two programs. I listen to your program every time. Every time.
Enough things I personally, as a man, go through. And then I have to just go into myself.
Because it's not water running through the vein.
Yeah, man.
It's blood running through the vein. That's what a lot of people think like it's water. They have blood running through their vein, but water running through yours. But it's just it's man.
Love, man.
Priest, what's something I'd want to ask you?
Yes, sir.
Like when you wake up in the morning, like and you feel in the body, man, like weak. Like you feeling it weak, man. What really? I myself want to know what really causing that.
Well, you have to boost up your iron.
Like what you mean? You can help me with a herb that I can go with?
Yeah, it's like you know what they call red raspberry, the wild red raspberry. That's one of the richest sources of iron. Red raspberry. They call it fuisin. Right? Yeah, it's a berry. It grows a nice red fruit. The branch have a lot of prickles, man. It is a lot in the forest areas you find that. You see gambois? Like when you go in the wood itself and right deep down in the forest, you find that that's very rich in iron. You could also make sure that in the evening time, you could use a little soursop, lifty, a patchouli, something to make you rest good in the evening. But first thing in the morning,
So what about that thing, the lemongrass nut?
The lemongrass don't have as much iron as the red raspberry.
Okay.
The red raspberry is like an infusion of iron into your bloodstream.
Yeah, fine.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's the best thing.
Yeah, man. Blessed love, eh?
Blessed love, my Lord.
Keep the good vibes, man. Keep the fire burning, man. Keep the good vibes rolling.
Rastafari.
Yes, sir. It's the last year.
Give thanks, my Lord. Rastafari. Amlak. Okay, Jason Key. Most Asians don't age biologically faster as opposed to Caucasian people. Well, that's debatable, but you have based upon what they eat and drink. Yeah, but the Caucasians they age faster than everybody else. Amlak Nerve. Blessed love, priest. Give thanks for life. Good program on the prophet. Touch not the Lord's anointed. Do his prophet no harm. What a woe. You're right, man. What a woe situation. And I mean, definitely, we need to see justice for that. We need to see things happen for them things there. Right? Every life is important. You understand? And year after year after year after year, them things there have been happening, and we need these things there to stop. Trevor Felix, blessed love, priest. The generation have changed. It's no longer what it was before. What are some herbs you can bathe in for bad energy? As the Piper Elder plant, which is a plant that actually grows on the riverside with some bright, shiny leaf. That's very good to take a bath. You could also bathe with the feuille du vent. That's extremely potent also, the feuille du vent. Harvested on a new moon, excellent. Yes, Babu Nokola, blessed.
Good night. Blessed love to you and your family.
Blessed love to you, beloved.
Yeah, I was saddened when I heard the news of the young fella. Very polite fella.
Give thanks.
Always. My husband knew him very well.
Give thanks.
And he was saddened by his death. I just called to share my condolences to him. And I want to share the red raspberry tea. You can get it at a herbal shop, as in tea bag.
Give thanks.
So if you're interested, any herbal shop.
Give thanks.
So I just wanted to share that with him.
Give thanks, Honorable, for the love, and give thanks for calling. It warms my heart just to hear your voice coming and put out that energy into the atmosphere.
Yes,
give thanks again.
Yes. And you have a blessed week.
You also, beloved, you also give thanks. Yes. It is all of Anna that have to make it happen, and sometimes you believe like as if it's not a one-man show, When I come here on the TV, see, sometimes if you know where I live up in the mountain and I have to come down to do my TV program and you think it's not an easy thing, So it is I have taken it, I've made it my personal responsibility to come in and to share the love with you and to share whatever little knowledge I have that the Creator blessed me with to come and share with you. So when you call and you give a little uplifting thing or you type in something on the live chat or the live stream and thing, it is a blessing for us to know, well, look, yeah, that we feel like, look, that our work, the work that we have been doing over the years, because from time I left medical school in 2005, right, I spent 1 year in Antigua, right, I had an office in Antigua for 1 year, and from that time I came down to Saint Lucia and I've been doing this work, you know. So I'm not a man who have spent the majority of my life running up and down and doing foolishness. No, I've spent the bulk of the life I have right now, my 42 years, the bulk of it has been on the mission. So from school into more school, about 2 to 3 years of work on the plantation for other people and other things, and afterwards it's more school, right? And it's just working for the upliftment of my people. So I personally, over the years, I mean, I know what I have done over the years. Nobody has to come and tell me what I have done. I know what I have done. I know what my contributions are, right? I know that. No one have to come and tell me that. You know, I have received 2 awards, and both of them was from my Empress, Honorable Goddess Itopia Uhuru. I remember the first award I received, my first plaque of an award for my works I received was from the Honorable Empress. That was in 2011, where she honored me for the wellness day that we were keeping up in Saint Lucia. And I'm telling you, so everything that we have done in Saint Lucia, I have received no acknowledgement at all, none whatsoever, from the powers that be. None. No acknowledgement. Not even a little duty-free. I remember once I applied for a little duty-free and thing and it's trouble, I just leave that alone and pay my duties. You understand? So when you as the people actually take a time out and acknowledge our work, it's a blessing for us. It warms our heart to know, well, look, that you are acknowledging what we are. No, it's not like I'm doing what I'm doing, seeking your acknowledgement, you know. I'm telling you that when you acknowledge it, it makes me feel good as a man. When you give a little call and bless it up and bless us up and bless up whatever it is that's happening, it warms my heart. As a Rastafari brethren that actually called a while ago and spent a little moment with me, it warmed my heart to spend a moment with the man. I love them little things, it's these things that warm my heart. So you might think that, no $1 million, you know, right? You could print that. You know, if it is that I wanted to be a billionaire, I know how to be a billionaire, you know, right? I would have keep all my information to myself, all my thing to myself and sell it, right? And be a billionaire and sell whatever, all type of thing I would sell. I refuse to sell certain things because I don't have confidence in it. I only sell the things that I create myself and things that I trust for myself. I don't sell or I don't vouch for just anything. You know, and I'm saying this to say that over the years, the works that we have done in Saint Lucia, we have never, ever gotten any acknowledgement. None from the powers that be. And we're still rolling, you know. People say, hey, my priest boy, give thanks, yeah, whatever you've been doing, what? Right? And all type of thing they're doing there. They're doing all type of thing for all type of people. They're giving all type of thing. Even the little center we built up in Mark and thing, I had to buy my own land and build my own cottage and cut my own road. And you know, and people say, but priest, why don't you want to build a road for you? I build my own land. I buy my own land. I build my own road. I maintain the road for myself, for the people that use it. Do whatever I have to do and whatever, man. I mean, come on. You know? When we were doing our grand opening, the parliamentary representative, yes, Mr. Guy Joseph, he did give us a strength in the road You know, after 5 years of doing it ourselves, yes, Mr. Guy Joseph did say, Priest, what do you want? I tell him, give me an excavator, man, and I'll provide the material. And then he did provide me with an excavator for that time there that I used to help. And I say, give thanks. He gave me an excavator for a week. Right? That worked for a week. Yeah. So, I'm not being political, you know. I'm just honoring what the man did. That's what he did. Right? And the other politician that did something was Mr. King, you know, the past prime minister that used to work with me on the Wellness Day. Right? But they did these things that I'm not talking about, acknowledging the work that we've done. Yes, V4 caller, blessed.
Yes, priest, that's me again, priest.
Give thanks, my
Calling
Lord.
back. Just want to know exactly where they have the herbal shop located in Castries.
Well, we have red raspberries.
So you have it?
Yeah, just because you see, I'm not a man that does marketing like that and say, well.
Because I can send my empress, you know.
Yeah, but I have red raspberry. I don't have to sell that to you. You understand?
So you have it.
Yeah,
you have it in your shop.
Yeah, I have it in my shop. I have growing in the mountain and all.
But you didn't let me know that.
Well,
when
see,
the system called a while ago,
I am not here. Remember, I tell you, I could have been a billionaire, I could have been just advertising product and thing, you know. Right? I am here to empower the people.
I overs you. Yeah, because I myself was trying. I know they have a health store in Castries.
Nah, I have a raspberry, man.
So
just,
you have it.
You could just WhatsApp me any WhatsApp.
So you located just in front of by the old fire station around there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right?
Where they used to have the fire station, right?
Yeah, man. That's where I am.
Inside there.
That me, that's where the shop is.
I know. Not you, yeah, but you up in Mount Kailash.
Yeah, I up in the mountain.
In the mountain. I just wanted the vibes, see?
Give thanks to the love.
Yeah, man. Good vibes, man.
Rastafari.
Yes, I want love. More strength, man.
First. Give thanks, my Lord.
Yeah,
give
man.
Thanks. Yeah, man. So, I give thanks for the Honorable Empress, Ethiopia. You know, my Empress, right, who honored me. You know, she said, Priest boy, yeah. And she honored me, you know. She give me my plaque and my thing. I have my plaque still in my wall and things. You know? So, that's great. I give thanks and I honor that. Yeah. Yes, Empress, blessed. You're on the line. Blessed love.
Blessed love, honorable priest. Give thanks to life. Give thanks to the program.
Give thanks.
Yes.
I was just talking about the idea, you know, that you are the first person. Well, you know, when I graduated from secondary school, I got about, you know, most outstanding for a couple of things, and then I got, you understand? A couple of awards. Secondary school, I think probably when I was in medical school, I got a couple of awards. But apart from when I'm talking about my life work, Dia is the only person who have actually awarded me, and I give thanks for that.
Give thanks. Well, you know, Honorable Marcus Garvey teaches that as a people, we have to learn to see and acknowledge the honor of that our one another do, because many times we'll just be there waiting for, you know, this person to do it and that person, when we ourselves seeing the reality of that person on a daily basis. I mean, we are the those that are in the position to bear the first testimony of who that person is. So it is my honor to be able to see and have the experience of the extraordinariness of the person that you are. And you know, so it is something that is just a natural process. So give thanks. I am calling because I want to let the people know, all those who are listening, that we as Bobo Shanti, or a people of love, our foundation is love. Yeah, and the things that we get involved in, that's something that's one of the core principles within the Bobo Shanti order, that we have to love one another. You know, even those that don't even look like us. You know, that is just a God principle. We're a manifestation of God. We are God and Goddess, so we are love. So just given what has happened with the brethren there, Honorable Prophet Jade, you know, as a people that value such a principle and as many can attest to his character. I mean, I know none of us is perfect, but many, they'll be able to tell you that when it comes to trying to make a living, he seek an honest way. You know, he wasn't a warmonger or some kind of menace to society in any way. And it's very unfortunate that this is what has happened to him. And then out of that, acknowledgement of the fact that as a people, we manifest love. We seek to teach our fellow brothers and sisters about, you know, their true divine self, learning to love themselves, you know, empowering themselves and just doing what they know has to be done to uplift themselves. That is what we're about, and it is for the duty of those who have the responsibility to be able to ensure that there's a justice, you know, honor the people we are, encourage people to manifest that divine nature of themselves more by ensuring that we are protected. Because as I said, we're not the people that go around seeking war with anyone. Yeah, so give thanks for the opportunity to even utter those words and give thanks for life, you know, and I pray blessings on his family, and that we can just hold on to that love vibration, because as someone said, it's the most powerful thing still, you know. So give thanks again, heart of love, honorable praise, skillful guidance in all doings and things. Love, love.
Yes, give thanks for the love, Honorable Empress. I do glorify. We give thanks for life. Yeah, man. Only God knows the love of God, eh? Only God knows the love of God. King DUJJ, blessed love King, we live in a society that glamorizes wickedness. Yeah, you're right, brother. Violence and all manner of evil acts while showing love and respect, restraint, and living in positive way is seen as weakness. You're right, my brother. You're right. You're right. We need to change the mentality and value system of our people. We need to develop a sense of appreciation for life, a sense of brotherly and sisterly love. You're right. That's what we need to do. We need to honor the people that actually hold up them things there. And sometimes people see you, and remember, you know, that as a young man, because I go through the system, you know, I go through the system, and I chose to use my intelligence for the upliftment of my people. I have a brain in my head. I'm a man that I used to excel at in my education, my school, from secondary school. I remember it was always first. I used to excel. I could have chose to use my intelligence, to use people to lie and to do stuff, to steal. I chose consciously to use my intelligence for the upliftment of my people. You know, and going through as a businessman in the country, you know, and I see the things happening in the country, man. As a businessman going through, nobody supports you, like give you a strength, you know, I mean, to say, well, they're going to strengthen you, to see you trying a thing. Okay, so you see a man always on the road selling his little dal puri and thing, and then, okay, then you come and you help, and probably you give him a little cat that he could push the thing. You know what I'm saying? So people don't, you know, you must be resilient, you must have perseverance, you must be disciplined, you must be consistent. That core that must be in your heart. You know, if you have to wait on society and people to actually, when you're trying to do something uplifting, you know, nobody just come and do nothing about it. As the brother say, we live in a society that glamorizes wickedness, violence, and all manner of evil acts. Right? So if you're doing something positive and you write to a company for sponsorship, they're going to give nothing to help you. You know, I remember that when our work began in Saint Lucia in the education of healthy eating, all them stores, all them supermarket, Massey store and all them other stores, Super J and all them people there from before, right? When it's we are the ones that actually spoke about quinoa and spelt flour and almond milk and nuts and this and that, and they start to bring it in. So when we have and we, through the education of the people, I remember when I began my work in St. Lucia, you couldn't find I used to go to England, and I used to come down with suitcase full of quinoa and spelt and all them different things that you couldn't find in Saint Lucia. It's when we start to speak about it, then the super backups, they bring it in, and not once. They have never volunteered or say once in all the years we've been doing the wellness fair and all them different things, and not once have they ever given us any kind of strength. Nothing at all. Nothing at all have these people, and they're like parasites. They suck up on the people. And not once they come and they say, well, priest, the work you're doing, since it is that, you've educated me on healthy eating, right? We want to support you and the work you're doing into okay, all right, so boom, 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 boom. So I just give thanks for Kailash Television, who I don't pay here at Kailash. Sometimes the boss will say, boy, priest, when you say that you don't pay here, it just make it look a kind of a way. No, but I'm saying it, Honorable Mr. Bernard Fannis. I'm saying it. I don't really pay here. I'm saying it because I appreciate, love the fact that you at Kailash have seen the value in the work that I do, that you could have taken it on and say, well, priest, I want to support what you're doing. I admire what you're doing, and that's so and so and so and so and so and so. I'm telling you, so it's not like the work we're doing. When I say that, Mr. Fannis, not because I'm trying to make it thing, I'm just telling you that as a sign of gratitude for what you do. And I know that it's value, and I know my own value. I know my own value. I know what I add to wherever I go, right? But many people don't see that value. So when somebody sees that value, you have to point it out. You understand? And that's a society we're living in. Nobody will take a time out and say, well, look, they give thanks for so and so and so and the good works and a thing. But any little old thing they hear, they're quick to say, so Rastaman man is that man want to drive this and drive that. And as soon as you pass in a vehicle, you buy an expensive vehicle again. That's your business, right? Is that your business, right? So when I working hard and doing my thing, right? When I traveling, working hard all the years, where were you? Right? But because you see me driving a little vehicle, Yes, Carol, call up, blessed.
Yes, blessed Lord.
Honorable.
Yeah, I hear you talking about that thing that they're not recognizing you, but I've been for so long, I've been hearing you talking about it for true. And I've been, so much government has passed. And I hear you, when you came in, you're talking about, when you started Mount Kailash, and you talk about it for so long, and I never hear any government really take you on for true, as a local man. I mean, we really do appreciate our own, When I check it, that all foreigners coming in and they give them all kind of incentive, all kind of things to go forward, and our own health, for our own people.
They give them hundreds of acres, and they give them millions of NIC money and all type of things they give them.
Exactly. And I heard you only ask for $1 million that could have get that thing up to date. To me, right now, on that mountain there, we should have the best, what I could say, hotel or something on that hill there, where we come for wellness,
Yeah.
And we're supposed to support you in that thing.
Yeah.
And I just wonder why we don't have no love for our own. But I remember when Cox and Angel was on that on 100, and I think it was what's his name? That was Dave them, and they wanted to go around the island and make a herb book.
Yeah.
Where they had all the different medications and go around the island and record all them things, and that just die out. So why the government take that serious and push them fellas out to get all the local herbs we have in this country and know what it's good for? Instead of going and get all them chemicals and import it in the country, that costs so much thousands of dollars, $1 million to come down and killing us more. Whereas we have all the herb in this island, where we could have get to know how it works, and because what they were talking about, we could have document it and how to use it. And if we could do that locally, how healthy we could have been in this country. And you come and do the same thing and try and educate us, to let us know what to do and how to do it. And they're not supporting you. Why? And I've been talking about it for a long time. I mean, a lot of people, we hear I stand, they say me, the way they say things. Maybe they speak a little too fast, they don't really understand what I'm saying. Because I think they're on that stand and they're not sitting on top of the head. Because I think it's time to get out on that stand and get on top of this stand. Because instead of we talking about we understanding, what we understand, we're not seeing nothing.
Yeah, because I remember a time a man called me and tell me there was something in Saint Lucia they were talking about herbs, and they invite somebody from Brazil to come and talk about it.
And you have a local man that everything?
I mean, for the amount of things, and you're right, for the amount of things that others, You see, if it is that, you see, because for me, I'm a different kind of being. It's not like I just wait for people to do things. For me, I'm a man that I like.
No, but I'm not saying no. But the fact is, when you just come back, I mean, you don't have the support, and you need to do it in that. But you talk about it. You didn't ask for help, but you talk about it, and nobody, the authorities didn't see that it's necessary to come forward.
No,
I mean, you
nobody.
You don't have to beg anybody for that.
Yeah.
They're supposed to see that is a necessity for the island or for us.
Yeah.
You know, and they're supposed to support you as a local man.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, that is not there when it comes to local, because you are, as a local man, you go and look for concession. They will not give to you, but the foreigner will come with nothing and give them everything with no money at all, and give them the thing to do it with forward.
But enough, yeah, just to come and exploit us. I remember a time that when I had my restaurant in Rodney Bay, and then I bought in, I invested a lot of money in that restaurant up Rodney Bay, and then I bought in, I think it was a convection oven, and I know that they give hotels and big restaurants up north, they give them concessions. And so I'm going through the process to apply for a concession to get that convection oven in. That's why when I see so much trouble, I pay my duties, see?
Exactly. But even up Rodney, I remember when I was up Rodney Bay there, and you was up there, I remember you used to give everybody, all elder people free.
Yeah.
On a Monday, and so much you have done for this country. And like
yes,
that,
man.
And I nobody acknowledge you not. You have done enough. Right now, if you cannot afford to do anymore, we still supposed to appreciate you because you have done, and I still think you're doing, because if anybody come to you and you don't have money, you not take them away. You still take care of them.
I still take care of them, but you're right. Exactly. You know, let me remember that. Remember, you're right, because I remember them. You see this time. You see that time that. It was always elders, everyone over 60, I think, was free, and every child under 13 or so was actually free. Also, yeah. And you know, I had a book with over $40,000 of credit and thing that people never pay me for.
You know, and still the Almighty will still bless you because you help them out. You know, the thing is, we refuse to believe the Almighty can bless us by doing good, because I could tell you, I end up earning more from people that didn't pay me when I work for them than the ones that pay me. You know, the one that didn't pay me recommend me more than the one that pay me.
Yeah, man.
So when it comes to people who pay you, you have to overlook that. You don't have to let it bother you at all. You have to tell, thank God, they're going to afford to help. You know, and another positive thinking we should have in our mind, when you do something for somebody and they give you what you're supposed to get in monetary benefit, thank God for that, because you're going to help them, and then they may end up sending more for you on the other hand. You know?
True, man.
Anyway, blessed love.
Blessed love, my Lord. Give thanks. Give thanks for making me remember them things. I don't even remember them things. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, give thanks. But I don't really think about them things. I mean, whoever that I help. I don't really think about it. It's thing, you know, and I just mention that because at the end of the day, the amount of things, that's why my tenacity is extraordinary. I don't really play when it comes to my rights. Because I work, everything I have, I never get no freebies. I work for it, you know. So people are just supposed to give me my, when it comes to justice, when I deserve something, just give me what I deserve, you know. I don't want no favor. I don't want no favoritism. What is mine, just give to me, right? And then don't try to discriminate me. I hate discrimination. You understand? So love we deal with, and we just deal with the people with love. Period. At the end of the day, everything that we've done, I love it. And because I am a man that grew up with the love my grandmother showed me, taught me to love elder people. You understand? I love elder people. So at the end of the day, every elder person I see is my grandmother, I see in them. Right? So I model my life after that, for the love I got from my grandmother, you know, who actually took me up and grew me up as her son herself. You know, and she went to the ancestors when I was in Cuba medical school. I never came down to her, I never see her like in that state. You know, so I give thanks for life, and I give thanks for that opportunity I had, that the Creator could have chosen me, you know, to be of servitude to my people. And I say all them things, they're not in anger, you know. Right? Not in anger. I say it and I laugh at it, because I say, but wait, boy. Everything that people will do to try to stop the goodness can't work. How to use neem leaf for tooth decay? Chew it, just chew the leaf. I look forward to your live streams always. I really miss the videos where you would take us through the mountain, showing us the various herbs. I hope to visit you one day, or hope you visit Jamaica. Yes, Pooper 45. I used to be in Jamaica a lot of times still, you know. I plan to visit Jamaica very soon. I have my brethren up there that I have to visit, you know. Yeah, but I'll visit the INM soon, man. Don't worry. Cross Harmonics, that's the award that matters. See, when you get an award from your loved ones, it beats any official award out there because they what goes on behind the scenes, the hard work, the edification, because they know. You're right, you know, Cross Harmonics. You're right. You're right still, but you're right. You're perfectly right. You're perfectly right. But as they say, you know, give unto Caesar what is due unto Caesar, and give to unto Jaja what is due unto Jaja. So at the end of the day, I'm not, again, I'm not saying this as begging for it, because I am a man that don't know how to ask people for things. If I ask you for something, that means that you are someone I love and I care for and I trust and I honor. If I don't have something, nobody knows if I don't have something. Ask my mother about that. Right? Ask my father about that. Right? Okay? So at the end of the day, I just love being able to know, well, I work and I achieve something, right? And I could establish something where others could actually benefit from. And what I never get, I like to make the people that come after me get it too. So if no one never did that for me, of course, man, I would help. I would help. Whatever I can do, I'll help. I will help, man. Whatever I can do, I will help the situation. And everyone that know me actually knows that, right? And that's why when they tell you, well, somebody have $100 million in the bank, that person can't be me. I don't save money. I save people. I save lives. That's what I save. I don't save money, right? I use money. I make it flow like current, because money is currency. How can you have $100 million there sitting in the bank and then they have so many people with nothing? Come on. Something must be wrong with you. Something must be wrong. I mean, come on. You have $100 million just sitting down there and so many people have nothing. Not me. I couldn't be that person. Definitely, as our time is actually coming to an end, give thanks for the extra little time that was given to us by Calabash Television. And definitely we give thanks for all those of you who actually called and shared the love with us. Give thanks for that. And we give thanks that, I mean, today is Sunday and the first day of work, and we going tomorrow, Monday, second day of work. Give thanks, and we pray that the Almighty Creator keep on blessing you and keep making your life shine. As we know well, we honor the life of Honorable Prophet J that was taken away from us violently by a bullet. You know, and we pray that the Creator actually touched the heart of people. Right? Just take, you know, just touch the heart of the people, man, and show them love, you know, and mold their hearts and caress their hearts and massage their hearts that they could actually feel the love of the Creator. You know, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if I have to tell you the deepest things in my heart, you wouldn't even be able to understand, because, as I say, it takes only God to know the love of God. Eh? Trust me. And I love the INM, all of the INM that was with me today. Give thanks. Xavier, Pooper 45, Lena Mella, Mike D, Cross Harmonics, Honorable Goddess, Itopia, Empress Cassia, Kevin Paul, Pooper 45, Homendo, Prophet Jabi, Malan, you know, Travis Miller, Deputed Canals, Anthony, Merlin Francis, Wisely Star, Amlak Nerve, Trevor Felix, African Beauty, King, Lion, Emperor, everyone that was with us tonight. If I bake, give thanks, honorable, respect, priest, more life. All those of you who were with us tonight, we do give thanks to everyone who actually called and shed the love. We give thanks. And we just pray that the Creator just actually just touch the hearts of the people and the minds of the people, and just teach them to honor life. Just honor life and just honor life. That's all I can say, just honor life. And remember, Liberty is definitely open up on Jeremy Street. You could follow us on Instagram, Honorable Priest Kailash on Instagram, HON.PRIEST on Instagram. You'd find Pooper45. Follow us on Instagram. You'll see we still do all the herbal talks and things, just that we don't do it as much on YouTube again. We do more of it on Instagram. So give thanks for life and a mighty life giver again, and give thanks, definitely. It's been an honor and a privilege to be with you. And I pray the Almighty Father bless and keep you and make his holy face shine upon your holy face. To God be the glory, great things he has done. So love the world that he gave us his son. King Emmanuel VII, Adonai God Jah, Rastafari. Blessed love, my